guys, and welcome back. In today's Pick a Card Tarot reading, we are asking what is being said about you behind closed doors. So, what's being said about you when you're not around, positive or negative? You can have specific people on your mind when you choose a pile, or just leave it open, see what wants to come through. But anyway, that's the topic. Today we have 3 groups to choose from. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. For group 1 today, we have Blue Agate Geode. For group 2, I think I'm going to call this Ocean Calcite. For group 3, we have a Celestite Egg. So as always, take as much time as you need to decide which group or groups that you feel most drawn to. And when you're ready, please go ahead and click the corresponding timestamp in the description box below this video. And I will see you in just a second in your reading. Hi group 1, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Blue Agate Geode today. So the topic for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading is what is being said about you behind closed doors. So fun topic, simple topic. Let's just get started. Okay, so your rune today, we have Dagas, which is the rune of daylight, light time. Okay, so there's some type of light being shown on you. Let's see, I think I need more cards here. So, okay, from the Spirit Animal Oracle, we have the Lion in reverse. I feel like they're talking about some type of performance that you put on, or some, if it's not like an actual, like literal performance. I don't know if some of you were performing in a theater, but it could be just something where you were put on display, even something like talking in a meeting at work. It's just something where the spotlight was on you, even just for a moment. So they're kind of discussing that. Let's see. With the Lion being in reverse, I do feel like at least one person in this conversation is trying to cast whatever it was in a negative light. So for instance, if it was like a literal performance, you're up on a stage in a theater production, so someone might be saying something negative about your performance, or if you said a comment in a meeting, someone's trying to talk down about that. I don't know if what they said has merit, but I need, let's just grab some more information here. So from the archetypes cards, you guys had 3. I only meant to draw 1, but here we are. So you guys have the Pioneer, okay, the Rescuer, and the Detective. Something about trying too hard, like you are, you whatever this was, that this moment that they're mentioning, or they could just be talking about you in general. Just take it as it resonates. If you don't have like any time recently that you were in the spotlight that you can think they would be talking about, I feel like, oh look, there's a light bulb on this card. It's a lot of light. Whoa. Just cough a lot all of a sudden. Yeah, someone's not saying something nice, but let's see. They see you're trying too hard, like you're pretending to be helpful, or you're trying to, it's like you came in trying to rescue a situation and you offered a bunch of help or something, but you're just doing it to look good. Or something, or you're acting nice, you're acting kind, and you're just doing it to look good, or to get on somebody's good side. Or it's even your voice was too soft, like they couldn't even hear you. It might just be that, like they couldn't quite hear you. Because with the Lion here in reverse, I just keep thinking Leo energy in reverse, or like a light being kind of dimmed. So it just seems like maybe if you know there's like people on your side here. I do feel like there's at least one person saying something negative, but I also feel like there's other voices saying there was just something that happened during this situation that made your light dimmer. Like you weren't as bright as usual. Like maybe, for instance, we'll go with the performing on the stage example. Like say you were sick during the performance, and so therefore your voice was softer or something like that. And I've been sick recently, so maybe that's why that's coming to mind. But like there was just something off about your voice. Like if you were singing in front of a group of people, like someone's like maybe jumping in to defend you, saying, oh, there's a reason they were a little bit off that day. Or it's like at least one voice is saying something negative and at least one voice is trying to kind of defend you, but I don't know if the defender is doing that good of a job, because it seems like these people, they're agreeing that your light was dimmed in some way. But the negative voice is coming through more strongly. They're just saying, you're trying too hard. You're being a people pleaser. You are trying to reinvent the wheel. You're trying to be too creative. You're just throwing out suggestions to look good. Like, for instance, if this was a work meeting, they're saying, like, you're just talking too much to make yourself, sound important. So with the detective though, and the Dogos energy, this keeps coming through. It's come through in quite a few different readings lately, but someone's worried about a secret being exposed. So I don't know if there's like a lot of you that are dealing with a situation where maybe you have access to knowledge or someone's secrets, or you're finding them out with the detective here. Like someone's worried about being exposed. So maybe they're actually trying to dim your light. Maybe that's why I'm seeing the light getting brighter and dimmer. Because there's something to do with that. A light, just changing levels of brightness. And it's like there's a dimness around your light. Let's see. What are people saying behind closed doors, Spirit? What are people saying about group 1? Yeah, someone is worried about secrets, or they think that you're stalking them. If that's not the case, if they don't have, like, they're worried about secrets, they are, like, actually, they're saying that you are stalking them on social media. You're following their every move. You're looking at every single post. You're being totally creepy. And maybe you're not. Maybe they're the ones being creepy. So there's something about like a cutout here, because all 3 of these cards, they have like, you see this book has a cutout and she's peeking through it. This float has something in the middle here, a cutout, and so like a donut. I'm not sure what that means. I hope it's clarified in a little bit here. But it's like there's a hole in the middle of something. Let's see, Spirit, what else do we have here? So we have the Madman, and we have the Band of Misfits. Okay, so someone is saying that you're crazy and you're stalking them, and you're doing it in secret. This could be reversed though. Maybe these people are the ones stalking you. They're trying to get information about you. They're trying to get truth, secrets about you. Maybe they're following your every move on social media. Maybe they're actually talking about what you are posting. So take it as it resonates. Roles could be reversed here. Regardless, I think they're calling you crazy. The negative voice here. Again, the positive voice, I just don't feel like they're defending you that passionately. It might not even be them defending you. It might be something more like they're just almost like playing devil's advocate towards you, like saying, well, this is another explanation for why group 1 said this or did this. Now I'm starting to really feel like these people, they're actually kind of stalking you. They're looking into you. They're reading your every post, and they're actually talking about the moves you're making on your social media, or maybe even an actual background check for some of you. But The point is, it's like they're trying to bring up information or data points or something. Maybe they're trying to find this missing piece. Maybe that's what the cutout is about. They're looking for a missing puzzle piece. So they're searching. They're searching to find a way that's gonna, I guess, make their narrative whole. That's what the cutout is. They have this narrative that they're trying to paint, and they need this big piece in the center to make it work, and they can't find that data. So they are searching for it. They are looking for this thing that's gonna make their story, their narrative, fit. Because right now they don't have enough. They just kind of have, this, quite frankly, it feels like bullshit around the center it's kind of working, but it's kind of not, because there's a big gaping hole in the center. So they need to find that puzzle piece. So they're going to keep searching into you, whether that's your social media or even asking other people about you, to make the narrative fit. And with the madman here, I feel like maybe they're trying to paint you as crazy. Maybe that's the narrative. They're trying to say, this group one's crazy. Group one is crazy. We need to convince everybody that group one is crazy, so we need to find a way to prove that group one is crazy. Okay, let's see. What else, Spirit? What is being said behind? So it's like a kind of a conspiracy energy, honestly, because it's multiple people here with the Band of Misfits card. I think they're trying to convince themselves and convince other people that you are crazy, or that there's something negative going on here. That you are the bad person here. So yeah, they're like colluding, they're conspiring with each other to make this story about you, to make it fit. And maybe I don't know. It's like they have a story. And maybe it's a true story for some of you. I don't know. But it's like they have to. It will not work without something. Anyway, what is being said behind closed doors? So the question mark here, they're asking a lot of questions about you, especially with this detective thing here. They're trying to figure this out. They're trying to piece things together. They are locked out of some type of information, or like into where they need to get to find exactly the information they need. This might even be to protect a single individual here. Like maybe there's one person in this group of people who's maybe on the hook for something, I guess, or something. Maybe you said something about one individual, or this one individual is, spun a web of lies, and they're just trying to help make this one individual's lies look like the truth. This is very confusing to me. I'm sorry. I hope it's making sense. But like they want to support this one individual in the group. It's like that's the whole reason they're doing this. That's the whole reason they're conspiring, is they need to protect this one person. Maybe they're trying to frame you for something. I mean, and this could be, I hope it's not like for an actual crime or something like that. That would be terrible. But this could be just like, really slimy coworkers trying to paint you as the bad guy so, someone else can get ahead. Yeah. But crazy. I do feel like for most of you, the narrative they're trying to paint is that you're crazy, that you're overly emotional, that you have some kind of mental health disorder or mood disorder, maybe because you've shown some emotions or love, and they're trying to paint that in some kind of weird, creepy way. There's that cough again. Okay. Okay. Yeah, because maybe they don't want people to believe you, probably. Like they want to maybe close up your throat chakra. They don't want you to say anything. They don't want people to believe you. So maybe they're trying to attack your credibility. Okay, I'm going to pull some actual tarot now. You guys just had so many cards to start this reading off. Okay, I did not mean to drop those. Okay. Spirit, please tell us what is being said behind closed doors about group number 1, please. Group number 1. What is being said behind closed doors? 8 of Cups. So that's the energy. 8 of Cups is walking away from something. Maybe you walked away from something and maybe someone just feels bitter and spiteful about that, or it made them look bad, so now they have to pretend. But we have to go back to what I was getting in the beginning. What sparked this conversation was you in the spotlight, or you saying something. It felt like in a meeting or on a stage where there's like a group of people that was there to witness it. Maybe you said something and they have to... I feel like whatever you did or said, maybe it made someone else look bad. Or whatever you did or said fits really nicely into this narrative they're trying to paint. But we have the 6 of Pentacles. They have to, whatever this narrative is that they're trying to paint, they have to be very careful, because they have to paint themselves as the good guy and they can't get caught doing anything shady. They have to make it look like they're kind and they're good and they actually care about you. And maybe that's why the madman here, maybe that's why they're trying to paint you as crazy. Because they're doing it in a way where they're saying like, oh, group 1, you know, they just have this disorder. They're just kind of crazy. They have this mental health issue and we feel really bad. We feel really sorry for group 1. We're so caring. But actually, it's just a lie. It's just like this. They're trying to paint an imbalanced picture. And yeah, they're trying to come across as the good guy. And you're the creepy one. They're trying to get all this information from you for their missing puzzle piece, but they're also trying to say that, no, you're the creepy one that's, you know, stalking them. Or something. Wow. Okay. One of these people might be a smoker, or recently was sick, or had like pneumonia. Wow. Okay. Okay. 7 of Wands. Yeah, that's they're trying to win. They're trying to get the upper hand. We've already kind of talked about that. They might also be trying to paint you as combative, which I think is the opposite of how you've how do I cover this up? Just there. Trying to paint you as the opposite of, because wasn't I saying something in the beginning? They were kind of talking shit about how you are saying something nice, or you're trying to be helpful, or you're trying to be creative, or you're trying to offer creative solutions. They're trying to paint that in a bad light. So they're actually trying to say whatever you're doing that's good, they're trying to say, no, group 1's doing that just to get the upper hand, to be combative. Let me see. So this is the Justice card. I don't know if this is actually for an actual legal matter for some of you, and I'm really sorry if that's the case, because it seems like whoever they are, they're pretty adamant on proving their side of the story. They're pretty adamant on proving their side of the narrative. But regardless, this is it's a big Justice energy here. They are, quite frankly, they're trying to be unjust because they're painting this narrative, and they have to fabricate a truth, and they don't have the evidence for that truth, which I think is very good for you, because I feel like the truth is on your side. I feel like that's why our capstone rune here is the Dagas rune, daylight, light, right? And that's why they're trying to dim it. We're getting this energy about dimming light. I do feel like the truth is on your side, and they're frustrated about that, and they're scrambling. But I feel like with the Justice card coming out here, justice will be served. This person, they're actually feeling very defensive, even if they're acting really open and like calm and everything's okay, and they're trying to show that everything's great, they're actually feeling really defensive and constricted on the inside. And I feel like that's why I kind of keep coughing, because it kind of feels like I'm really constricted in my chest area right now. I feel like, so they're trying to put on this image of everything's cool, everything's fine, and this whole situation is funny. They feel bad for you, they're sorry for you, and but actually they feel really defensive and terrified on the inside, or at least it could be internally, or at least behind closed doors when they're having this conversation. They're admitting how defensive they feel, but they know they kind of have to put on some kind of front for the outside world. They cannot be seen as the aggressor, but that's all they are feeling is aggressiveness. They are feeling aggressive, but they what's that term? Darvo? Where they try to reverse the actual dynamics of it. I guess that kind of describes what's going on here. Oh my god. 7 of Cups. Wow. Bad dreams, attacking in your sleep. I don't know that. I don't know what's trying to come up with that, but I feel like if they can't find the missing puzzle piece for their narrative to be clear, they're going to try to come up with a lot of different stories and narratives to point at, to distract from the fact that there is this gaping hole in your narrative, or in their narrative, not yours. Maybe yours, I don't know. The energy could be reversed here, I guess, but probably not for most of you. Spirit, anything else? Anything else you want to say? What is being said behind closed doors about group number 1? I feel like this is a work situation for most of you. It could be some friends too. Because, okay, so earlier when I first saw this card, this is not for everybody here, but maybe somebody needs the confirmation. What they're saying specifically is they're calling something a grape accusation. So and I'm so sorry if you've gone through that, or that's happened to you, and now they're trying to maybe defend their friend or something and just say you're making a false accusation, and I'm so sorry. That's such a horrible situation, but that did come through, and I just feel the need to mention it. But it could be anything similar to that, where maybe somebody hurt you in any type of way, and now it's like a bunch of, it feels like men, masculine energies. It doesn't have to be, though. It's like somebody hurt you, and now a group of friends is like trying to just defend the actual perpetrator, the person who did the bad thing. Like people are ganging up just to defend the person who hurt you, kind of. Okay, so okay. So yeah, like I said, the conversation behind closed doors is actually very aggressive towards you, because they feel very defensive. They feel like they I just heard they're on their back foot here, because again, the truth is on your side. Maybe you have evidence or something, especially if this is a court case or whatever I just mentioned, which is very good. Like I said, the truth, the legal system might actually be on your side if this is something as severe as a crime or some kind of court case. I hope it's not for most of you, but you know, these things happen. But yeah, the conversation is aggressive. It's attacking. And we have the balloon. I honestly feel like maybe they think if they distract or delay for long enough that it's all just going to blow over and everyone's going to forget about it. Because I'm hearing they're blowing smoke. Notice how these are all spheres too, and we have the basketball over here. So something about balls. Or, you know what, one of the things they said is they didn't think you had the balls to do something. So maybe that's what I'm talking about in the beginning here. You said something, or you put something out there in the spotlight, and they didn't think you had the balls to do it. That might even be the actual phrase they used, or just something to that effect. I also feel like they're talking about you getting high, or maybe the people here get high frequently. I don't know if there's like substance use involved here. But the crystal ball here, that the future is foggy, but to be honest, it doesn't look good to them. That's why they're feeling so defensive and aggressive, is because they know the truth is on your side and their narrative isn't really adding up. So they have to control the narrative of the future. Then we have the pig here. They might even be calling you greedy. Like you're making a false accusation or something like that, or you're just playing games because you're greedy. You're trying to get something. And it's a lot of reversed energy. I feel like they're trying to paint you as the bad guy when they actually are for most people here. Of course, the situations are nuanced, but anyway, that is what I have for you, Group 1. I'm sorry about this energy and these people, but like I said, I keep saying the truth is on your side. No matter how much they try to dim that light, just lean into the truth or the evidence, if that's what some of you actually have. Because I just feel like I'm also getting positive attitudes from this justice card, because I feel like justice is going to be served, whether this is, actual legal case or not. But if this is a legal case, I'm seeing like the judge or whoever's involved here in making decisions, like they have a positive opinion of you. I just want to put that out there. Truth is on your side. But anyway, that's what I have. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, comment, and share, especially if you'd like to let me know what's going on here. I always like to know in these, especially in these more intense situations. I hope you're okay. But anyway, if this resonated and you're new here, please consider subscribing. You are very welcome here, especially if you like my style and my vibe, or feel free to check out my other readings. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye. Hi, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Ocean Calcite today. So the topic for today's pick a card tarot reading is what is being said about you behind closed doors. So we'll just go ahead and get started. But this energy definitely feels like a breath of fresh air. It feels really relieving. Maybe it's just me relative to pile 1, because that one was a little bit insane to me, but I just feel like this one feels really positive. It feels really easygoing. It feels really, I don't know, I feel like people are mostly saying positive things about you, especially one person. Okay, so for your rune, we have Sowilo. Okay, that's the rune of the sun. Maybe somebody is talking about how you won something, like you're winning. You're winning, or you're achieving. You are successful. You won something, this could be about a birthday as well. But I just keep hearing you won, you're winning, you won. So maybe you actually literally won a competition or an award or something. Maybe it's behind closed doors because you don't know about it yet. That would be cool. But it just feels like maybe it's not like a winning, like a direct competition, like someone's going to hand you a trophy or something. But maybe you're standing out in some way. Maybe you're standing out relative to somebody else. This could be the energy of like, your bosses talking behind closed doors, saying who they're going to give the promotion to, or who they're going to give the job to, or something like that. And maybe you won. Maybe you're the one that stands out. Maybe you are the one that is the ideal fit, something like that. But it just seems like there's almost a happiness here, like an excitement. This is the rune of the sun, after all. So let's see. From the animal spirit cards, we have the dragon. No way. Okay, so this rune, if it's linked to any chakra, is the solar plexus chakra, and this is the spirit animal that's linked to the solar plexus chakra. So there is something about your personal light, your personal confidence, your fire, that it's definitely standing out here. So that's kind of really confirming what I just said. You're standing out relative to some other people. This could be romantic too, now that I think of it. It doesn't have to be like the work situation I said, or necessarily like an actual competition or award. But yeah, it's positive. Someone's choosing you over someone else. I kind of feel like there's almost like a choice, decisions being weighed here, a balance being made. So, or it could just be if there's a conflict going on, you're aware if someone is taking your side of things. Yeah, they're on your side, but you're standing out. They're feeling, again, there's still this energy of like excitement, like, oh, I can't wait for group 2 to find out. Or maybe it's trepidation. They're nervous about it in a good way. Let's see. Oh, look, the yellow. The yellow is even more of that solar plexus energy. So I don't know if some of you just did some solar plexus unblocking. She's even like touching this solar plexus area right here. But if you did, you're standing out. It's like you've had a glow up. I feel like people are talking about how you've had a glow up, how you look better. You look healthier too. There's something about you that looks healthier, more radiant, more glowing. I don't know if some of you here are pregnant, so obviously people are talking about that and they think you look great and they're very excited for you. Because I just keep being drawn to her hand is on her belly here, so it could be a pregnancy people are talking about, or maybe they're speculating that you're pregnant or something like that. But again, it's in a good way. Something about your appearance, whether you're pregnant or not, you're glowing, you're healthy, you're radiant. Your hair is looking good, your skin is looking clear and beautiful. So something about you is healthier. Maybe some of you have gone to the gym. Regardless, whatever your glow up was, people are talking about it, they're noticing it, and it's in a good way. They're happy for you. But anyway, let me actually read the card here. Companion. So the light attributes say loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. And then the shadow attributes say betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. The thing is, I think people are happy for you because it seems like you found yourself. You're really feeling yourself. So I feel like some of you must be asking about your friends or your partner or somebody that loves you, especially with this being the companion card. The people I'm picking up on they're already companions. They're close to you. So if you're kind of worried about a betrayal from someone close to you, either your partner or your friends or close family members, something like that, I just feel like no, they're on your side. They're actually gassing you up when you're not there. So this is like positive gossip behind closed doors. So yeah, if you were worried about that, I wouldn't be too worried. And if some of you had someone in mind where they're not close to you, like for instance the work situation I was describing, it just feels like they want to solidify the relationship more. So maybe this could be offering you a job, or they want to talk to you more, or like I said, give you an award. It's something like that, because this bouquet of flowers is also looking like some kind of award to me. This could also be the energy of someone has a crush on you, or they like you, and you know they're comparing you to other people, and or even someone you're dating, talking to their friends about you, that they're maybe comparing you to exes or other people and saying, you know, group 2 is so much better. Group 2 is a breath of fresh air. Group 2 is actually what I've been looking for. I'm really excited about group 2 and where this is going. Something like that. It's really good. Okay, so from the Dominion cards, we have the Cemetery and we have the Bandit. Okay. I feel like especially if you are being chosen over somebody else or a lot of other somebody else's, I feel like they're also talking about how to do something tactfully, especially if this is a work situation and you're being promoted. Um, it feels like they have to move in a tactful way because they want to show you how you stand out, how you're important to them, but they can't like they don't want other people to feel bad at the same time. Or they don't want you to stand out so much that other people feel jealous and attack you or something like that. So it just feels like, maybe the tarot will help us clarify this in a moment, but it just feels like they kind of have to navigate a little bit of a tricky social situation here. Like they have to manage reputations and expectations, even though they kind of want to elevate you, they kind of want to put you on top, they kind of want to make you more important here, without it seeming like they're engaging in favoritism, I guess. It's like they have to take a lot of other people's opinions in mind, or a lot of other people's feelings, because it just seems like if they show favoritism towards you, it's going to hurt some other people's feelings, or it might upset some other people. Let's see. What is being said behind closed doors? So, okay, so we have the cemetery here, and then we have the skull and crossbones. So something is dying, something is ending, or something recently has. And if it has in your life, I feel like the conversation is here. How can we correct this with group 2? How can we help group 2? And it seems like maybe they've come up with a really good idea or plan that's actually going to help you to lift your spirits, or fix the ending, or make things right, make things better. Or they're acknowledging that if they choose you over somebody else or other people, that they kind of just have to deal with the consequences of making that choice. And it might just upset some other people. Or they might want to keep something a secret. They might ask you to keep this. I feel like it's good news, that they have good news for you, and they want to keep it a secret because of this. It feels like a minefield that they're having to navigate. It's just like a social minefield, not like an actual one. Because like there are some people whose feelings are going to get hurt by something to do with you. So yeah, it just seems like there's some silence. You need to keep things under wraps. It's good, but don't tell anybody, you know? This could be even, maybe someone else is pregnant and they're going to tell you that they're pregnant, but they're like, don't tell anyone yet. We want to keep it a secret until we can't anymore. You know, something like that. It feels like really good news. Feels like really happy news. But yeah, don't tell anybody. But this could also be, it could just be a positive surprise for you. Like maybe some people are planning some kind of secret surprise, good news for you, and they have to keep it secret for a minute. Maybe that's why we have the navigating through a minefield here, is like they don't know how to keep this surprise a secret from you. So yeah, they're either keeping it a secret for other people if it's a competition here, or this could be they're keeping it secret from you, but it's not in a bad way. It's in a good way, because they want you to be surprised and happy, and you know, like, I don't know. It's like such good news. They're like hoping, like they're seeing group 2's gonna cry when she hears this. It's so good. You know, it's really good. I don't know if it's gonna come through here. Maybe it's too much of a secret, but we're gonna find out. So, Spirit, can you tell us more? What is being said about group 2 behind group 2's back? Or behind closed doors, I guess, is the title. Behind closed doors. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles. So the Page of Pentacles, that's giving a physical gift. So the secret might be they're giving you a gift of some kind. It's good news of some kind. It's really loving and sweet too. Like we have 2 goats right here. I think they're goats. And it just feels like they're kind of hugging each other. It's like a loving gesture. Someone might express love to you. And the Lover's card. Yeah. Whatever this is, it's someone expressing their love for you. Whether that's a romantic love or a platonic love from a good friend. the vibes are really cozy, they're really warm, and they're just, again, it's this just really excited, anticipated energy. They cannot wait to tell you, but they can't tell you yet. Again, and the peacock here is really standing out again. There's something about your physical appearance that is just looking so good. So someone mentioning a few different things about it, like they're so happy for you. You look healthier, you look happier. And even if it's not your physical appearance changing, it's something like your eyes. Your eyes look brighter. You just seem like the lights are back in your eyes or something like that. Maybe you were in a dark place for a minute, or they hadn't seen you in a little bit. We have the 5 of Wands. Yeah, the competition energy. For some of you, you are being chosen over others for something. And maybe they're worried that other people will be upset at you over it, even though it was their decision. Page of Wands. The secret might have something to do with traveling or taking you on a trip, something like that. We do have some signs coming through here. So we have Aries, we have Taurus, we have Gemini, Leo, Scorpio, King of Swords. If they are keeping the secret from you, they might act more colder, I don't think that's the phrase, more cold to you, more expressionless. And if they do this, it's just because they're hiding the secret from you, and it's good news, and they do not want to give it away. Or if they seem like they're avoiding you, it's because of that reason. Also, white butterflies might be relevant to somebody here. White butterfly. The Magician in reverse. It's almost like they want to pretend like they're not doing anything, they're not making a decision, they're not planning anything, just because they're trying to keep this secret. They're trying to make it a surprise. It might have to do with a pet for some of you as well. A restaurant opening, surprise birthday party, an award for your art, something like that. I think it's great. Okay, it's just like these people they're so happy, they're so excited, they're happy for you, they're happy for something that is about to happen to you. Yeah, it's good. It's just good. Okay, Spirit, anything else? What is being said behind closed doors? So that's the barber pole. This is like the gossip card. Maybe more gossip. There might be more gossip that wants to come through. Spirit, can you tell us more what is being said behind closed doors? If you've been in a dark place, they might be just coming up with plans and ideas to find ways to cheer you up, something like that. Especially about your physical appearance. It's like some of you have grown up and haven't even realized it yet, so they kind of want to find a way to convince you of how good you look, because maybe you don't believe it yet. There's a tongue out emoji. Oh, so there might be something being said behind closed doors about flirtatiousness, playfulness. Someone's trying to flirt with you, or maybe someone was trying to flirt with you and you didn't notice they were flirting with you, or they think you didn't notice and now they feel a little bit like a fool. Something. Or it's like someone has a crush on you and you don't know. It's like they think that you don't see that somebody has a crush on you. The running emoji. Maybe some of you have blown up because you've started exercising more. Maybe you're doing some more cardio or some other fitness routine, and maybe you don't even notice the results that you're getting, but other people do. The angry emoji. Spirit, can we clarify the anger? What? Okay. Okay. Please clarify this angry emoji. So that could be jealousy, right? It's what I was picking up on. If there's some kind of competition or you're being chosen over other people, they're worried someone might be angry about it, so they need to navigate the situation. And I think they're gonna do it in a way, maybe by giving concessions to whoever the loser in the situation is, or they're gonna try to do it in a way that makes the other people feel like they won, even though they didn't, basically. But anyway, I hope that you like the surprise as much as these people are excited about it. But anyway, group 2, that's what I have for you. If this resonated, please give this video a thumbs up, a comment, and a share. That's always very appreciated. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you kind of like my style, please consider subscribing. You are very welcome here, and feel free to check out my other Pick a Card Tarot readings as well. I make them on a variety of topics. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye! Hi group 3, and welcome to your reading. You guys chose the Celestite egg today. So the topic for today's Pick a Card Tarot reading is what is being said about you behind closed doors. So gossip for a specific group, whoever you were thinking about, or just people in general, what's being said when you are not around. Let's go ahead and get started. And as usual, we will start with your rune. Okay, so Thorn. That's the rune of Thor, the god Thor. So Thor's hammer. It's also related to thorns, aggressiveness, masculinity, something like that. So it could be men that are talking about you, or a man that's talking about you. Let's just let's get some more information here. So from the animal spirit cards, we have the crow. So someone's trying to predict things, predict how things are going to go with you. They might be seeking insight, advice. So behind closed doors, maybe this person, it could be a man, doesn't have to be, maybe they're asking a man, they're asking for advice about you. They're just getting some type of counsel, advice. I'm not exactly sure what the advice is. It could be like just the energy of, like, you know, someone's asking their friends, like, how do I handle this situation with group 3? Because maybe you're in a fight with this person. Or this could also be even the energy of, like, it feels, because I keep seeing this scenario, and this isn't going to resonate with everybody, but like, you know, like someone, like a man who's about to propose, going to ask the woman's father for permission to propose to her. You know, that really like traditional thing. So it's like, it doesn't have to be like that specific situation. If it is, like, congratulations for you, that's amazing. But like, it's maybe even the energy of asking for permission in general to do something. So it's either seeking advice or someone's asking for permission about something. But let's get more information. Oh, interesting. So from the archetypes cards, we have the vampire, and the light attribute says, makes you aware that someone or something is draining your life force. And then the shadow attributes say, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. So I don't know if some of you are like in a fight with a romantic partner, or maybe a friend or something like that. It doesn't have to be any type of specific relationship, but I just feel like what's being said behind closed doors is something about, it's actually a healthy conversation if that's the case, because I feel like the person is like going to their friends or asking someone trusted, it could just be one other person, for their objective assessment on the situation, which is maybe a little bit unfortunate for you if there's like a fight or something going on, because now someone else knows your private business. But it feels healthy in that like the person asking is genuinely wanting to know if they're the toxic one, if they're the one in the wrong, because it feels like they're not asking people who are just yes men, right? They're not just going to friends who are just going to validate them and tell them that, you know, they're in the right about everything. It's like they're going to someone genuinely neutral, genuinely objective, who's not just going to take their side. They're asking someone who is going to tell them the truth, whether they're being toxic or whether you're being toxic, or maybe everyone's being toxic here. They just want they want real truth. They want real clarity here. So this is not somebody going to seek advice from someone who's just going to tell them they're perfect and then talk shit about you. It's not like that at all. Because it's like the person asking for advice, I think they notice that some of their behavior is toxic, but they're also saying, well, group 3 is also being kind of toxic here. Can you please just give me your honest 2 cents? Okay, so let's see. From the Dominion cards, we have the Wandering Minstrel and we have the Shepherd. Okay, so yeah, the Shepherd, seeking guidance from someone else, a trusted advisor, someone who they see as wise and objective. The objectivity is really important to this person. This person who's asking for advice or permission on something. They want to make sure that they are not deluding themselves. And this doesn't necessarily have to be about a fight. I feel like it kind of is for a significant number of you, or just some type of conflict or something like that. This could also just be about it. They want to know if they're making just the right decisions in regard to you generally. And it could be positive, like they don't want to feel like they're being blinded by love or something like that even, because maybe they have a really positive opinion of you and they're just maybe asking someone objective, do you see group 3 as good as I see group 3? Am I being delusional here? Am I being blinded by love? Something like that. So whatever it is, they're just getting that objective assessment. Wandering Minstrel. Yeah, deliberating about something. I'm going to need more clarity on that one later, though, Spirit. Okay, so let's see. What is being said about group 3 behind closed doors? Look at the giant exclamation point. Something is urgent. So they might be asking permission to do something urgently, or they're urgently seeking this person's advice. Something's just making this person question themselves, and they need the answers fast, and they need to not be bullshitted by whoever they're asking about. Also something about Bugs Bunny? Not Bugs Bunny. What's that other rabbit cartoon? The one in Winnie the Pooh? Like that, the neurotic character. So I think there's something really neurotic about this person's energy because of the urgency here. Maybe they can't actually, especially with this like blocked, I don't know what you call that symbol, but maybe they're feeling blocked from getting the advice or something they need because they're feeling frustrated that maybe they're not quite finding the objective person, or they can't reach this person or something like that. There's just some level of urgency here and they want to do it really quickly. And obviously there's something about music for somebody here because we have the Wandering Minstrel and then we have the treble clef right here, so that could be confirmation for somebody. I feel like whoever this person is talking to, they're asking someone older than them, someone that they see as more mature. I feel like it's a family member because there's like this, it looks like a husky, but it's making me think of wolves. And it's like this person is going to the leader of the pack, like the alpha male. that phrase has become very silly these days, but like actually in a wolf pack, the leader of the pack, the alpha. So they're going to someone who's very trustworthy. This person's also feeling just a little bit defensive, a little bit protective for some reason. It's like maybe they know they're doing something toxic, or just a little bit, they're maybe in the wrong here, and it's like they kind of don't want to hear the truth about that, but at the same time they do want to. And that's why they're going to this trusted, wise person. Because it's like, I don't want to hear this about myself, but please tell me. Please tell me. You know, just rip the Band-Aid off. But okay, Spirit, can you tell us more detail? What is being said behind closed doors about group number 3, the people who chose group number 3? Ten of Cups. Wow. Yeah, again, it's positive. So if there is a fight going on, this person wants to resolve it. And then this is also about family, creating a family, something like that. So maybe that scenario I was seeing where someone is planning on proposing, or, you know, that whole scenario is like really traditional. So maybe this person, if that's the case, they're not maybe doing that exactly, but they could just be, you know, going to other married people for advice, like, do you recommend getting married? Is marriage all it's cracked up to be? Something like that. But yeah, it's this energy of advice to create something stable, positive, and happy, a good outcome for everybody. Spirit, what is being said about... Okay, this person is anxious. They're urgent. That they, it's like they're running out of time. They don't have enough time. They have to. I'm not sure what that's about. There must be some type of deadline or something going on here. Spirit, what is being said behind closed doors about group number 3? What is being said? Or what else is being said, rather? We already know they're asking for advice. So we have the Knight of Wands. They definitely feel like they've done something rash or impulsive recently. And I feel like they're kind of on that high adrenaline, rash, impulsive decision thing. And maybe that's what they're regretting. Maybe that's what they're asking for advice about. Because they want to fix something. They want to bandage something, put a Band-Aid. Page of Cups. They might want to apologize. They might be asking for the best way to do that. To apologize or to express love in some way. Or something positive. It doesn't have to be love or romantic love. It doesn't have to be. Six of Swords. They definitely... Maybe they know they have to leave something behind. Especially like a group of people, a specific family member, something that's not resonating for them. Maybe they have to make some kind of decision between some kind of old way of being and a new way of being, and it's stressing them out. And maybe they put off making the decision for a really long time. And now maybe that's why it's so urgent. They ran out of time to make the decision, and now they're like, well, I have to do it now. I have to do it now. I'm also seeing something about like mushrooms, and I don't necessarily mean like the plant medicine kind. I mean, because I'm seeing them growing like on a stump in the woods, like just natural, like oyster mushrooms or something. So mushrooms are decomposers. So yeah, this person does have to leave something behind. So that's what they're asking for advice about. Maybe they don't want to leave something behind. Maybe they're trying to find a way to keep the old and also have the new, something like that. Four. That's the Four of Wands. That's another marriage card. So that energy is coming through for a reason. So if you're in a long-term relationship and that's a possibility for you, I feel like that is what's being said about you. Otherwise, this just could be other positive news in regards to love. I just feel like maybe someone just really loves you and they're asking for advice about you. How to make it work long-term, especially this person has a very long-term focus in regards to you. High Priestess. Whatever it is they're asking for advice about, they just don't want to go to you because they already know what you're going to say. We have Judgment on the bottom of the deck. They already know what you're going to say. I don't know what you're going to say, but they know. It's like they think that you know, or it's like they think that you want them to figure something out by themselves, and maybe you gave them a time limit. That's not going to resonate for everybody here. And if that's the case, it's like they're hoping that you'll wait, that you'll give them a chance or something. Okay, Spirit, tell me a little bit more. What else is being said about, what else is being said about group 3 behind closed doors? What else is being said about group 3? So, okay, we had 2 shoes fall out here. So, something about your shoes, I guess. These boots are made for walking, and that's just what I'll do. I don't know. I don't know what the shoes mean. That must mean something for somebody here, because they've come out. They're both red shoes too. I don't know if that... I just don't think the deck has any other colored shoes in it. They do want to write you a heartfelt message. They want to say something. Maybe it's not a heartfelt message, but we do have the Page of Cups here. They want to express something heartfelt, whether it's a message or maybe they want to do it in person. I feel like with the level of kind of anxiety and trepidation this person's feeling, I feel like they want to write it out though. Maybe actually on paper or just a text message, just to make sure they don't forget anything or say something wrong or trip over their words due to their own anxieties or emotions. So you might be getting like an actual message from this person, or that's what they're wanting to do, that's what they're planning to do. Yeah, so they just want to clear up some chaos before they make the move or before they make this message. They just need clarity on making sure that they're doing the right thing, making the right decisions, and they have all the objective facts. But anyway, that's what I have for you, group 3. I hope this resonated. If this did, please give this video a thumbs up, a comment, and a share. That's very appreciated. If you're new here and you liked this reading and you kind of like my vibe and my style, please consider subscribing. You are very welcome here. And feel free to check out my other Pick a Card Tarot readings as well. But anyway, as always, thank you so much for being here, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.